What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing today on this Tuesday? I hope that y'all are doing well. Thank y'all so much for joining. Got some good topics to talk about today. So, first, I want to shout out Tara. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate you. I hope that y'all are having a good day today. Y'all, I can't even believe it's April. Like April came so quick. It's like I couldn't wait for April to get here. And then it's here and it's like going by so fast. So today we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about credit card versus debit card. Then we're going to talk about, I just did a video today where I was talking about, did you know that you got paid 3 times for the month of April? And it really just depends. But there are a couple of times during the year where you will get paid 3 times. And I want to say last year, it was only 2 times, but this year is going to be 3 times. So it's going to be April, July, and December. I want to say hello to Brian Keith. What's going on? I hope that you are doing well today. Thank you so much for joining. And y'all, I'm so excited because the day has finally come. Tomorrow, I'm going to be going to the Maxwell Concert. So I'm so excited. Y'all, I got these tickets in November and I'm so excited. I got backstage passes too, y'all. So yesterday I was like, okay, do I have, because I'm like, maybe I could get something signed. So I said, let me see if I have a CD. Do y'all still have CDs? But y'all, I did. I actually still have I still have CDs, even though I use Sirius Music and then I use Sirius XM and then I have Apple Music. So that's how, but this is my favorite CD. This is my favorite Maxwell CD, the Urban Hang Suites. Y'all, oh my gosh. This is my favorite. And then I have this one, y'all. This one's kind of beat up. This is the Black Summer's Night. So I was like, I don't think I could get him to sign this one because this was beat up. And then I have the Now CD. This one's kind of, so, oh my gosh, y'all. I cannot wait. So I think I'm going to try to see if he'll sign this one for me. And plus, you already know I'm going to get a shirt. So I'm going to get a t-shirt. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, so it's gonna be tomorrow. It is a little rainy here in Nashville, so I'm not so happy about that because I was really wanting to. So I wanted to get there a little bit early because it's downtown at the Bridgestone, and so downtown we have the Fifth and Broad, and so they have like a few restaurants. So they have this assembly hall, and they have so many restaurants in there, and it's really cute in there. But then they have other restaurants, like, because it's 2 levels. And then they have the Shake Shack. So whenever I go downtown, I do like to go to the Shake Shack. So my plan was to go to the Shake Shack. But now I'm just like, I don't know if I'm going to have enough time because doors open at 6. And then, like, you can't have any big bags and all that kind of stuff. But I usually carry a small bag. I don't carry like a big bag. But I'm just like, it's been a long time since I've been to like a big venue. Like I go to like little small venues and so those are like really, really small. But this is big. So I'm like, I really need to give myself some time to, get in there and get my seat. Because especially if they start on time. So we'll have to see. So I want to say hello to Love to Travel with Wave. Thank you so much for joining. And then what's up to my sister? Oh my gosh, y'all. She the reason why I was late. Because we was talking about, so I did a video on the Factor 75 and we were talking about the different meals and stuff. And so I was like, I need to get ready. And so then I was rushing. It was so funny. Thank you so much. And then we got Jean. What's up, Jean? 1984 G, how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining as well. But yeah, so we got so much to talk about. So I do want to talk about the video that I put out earlier today, and that was getting paid 3 times for the month. Now I'm going to be getting paid I'm getting paid 3 times this month, and then I'll get paid it's going to be July and it's going to be December. And so y'all know we always like to have a plan on this channel. And so this year I definitely want to create a plan. I'm going to be doing my budget. I've already kind of written it out. So I'm just kind of running the numbers a little bit on my budget. And so I think that is the best thing to do, even, just every month, always doing our budget. That way we can make sure that we have control over our money and not our money have control over us. And also, y'all, it was so funny when I had posted a video the other day about this lady on Instagram. She had so it was on another person's channel and they was just doing a review, and she was stating that she was going to get her nails done and her boyfriend paid for her to get her nails done and he used his credit card. And so she was just like, that is sad that you are using a credit card, like you don't have enough money to use a debit card. And I was just like, wow, really? Are you really judging somebody for using their credit card? And so I did a poll on my channel. Let's see if I can pull it up. Let's see. I'm going to share my screen with y'all. Let me share. Share screen. There we go. Okay, so right here. Wow. So, and it was 113 votes. Let me know if y'all can see that pretty good. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Oh, Lord, y'all. I messed it up. Let me see if y'all can see that pretty good. So right here, I did, which do you prefer? Do you prefer to use debit card or a credit card? And 90% of people said they prefer to use a credit card, and 10% of people said they prefer to use a debit card. And I did have a few comments in there. Let's see what the comments stated. Wally said, I say credit, but for now I will deal with debit. And then D said that he has about 10 bank cards, but he actually gets 4% for if he makes 10 transactions on that card. So I thought that was really cool to be able to get points. So I would say that would definitely be a perk. So like for myself, I'm not necessarily saying that it's bad to use a debit card. Yeah, Love with Wave says a debit card. And I don't think it's anything wrong with using a debit card, but I thought that I thought she should not have been judging him for using the credit card because, like I was saying for myself, y'all know I like to use my credit card over my debit card because I hardly ever use my credit card. I mean, my debit card. And right now, I'm going to have enough points to take me a trip to Puerto Rico. So let's say it was vice versa, and she's complaining that he's using his debit card, and then what if he was to take her on a trip using those points? I bet she wouldn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? She would probably say, okay, no problem. But she's instead trying to judge him for using his credit card. So, because it's been times where I have, like, a little while several years ago, I cut all my credit cards. I cut all my credit cards and I was just using my debit card. But I think once you figure out how to use credit cards in a responsible way, and that is the main key, using your credit cards and not paying interest on the credit card. So, was he getting points? And that's the thing. That's why I said I wish I knew what maybe he said because it was just like from her point of view. So, I really don't know if he got points, but I'm just going to assume since he was using his credit card that he knows about the point game and he was using his point. He was getting points. What's up before the billions? How are you doing today? I know that you like to use your credit card too, and I know you bring up a valid point on using your credit card, and that is the protection, the fraud protection. Because I was also watching a video on another channel, and they were stating this lady had went into a 7-Eleven and she was using her credit card, and it kept saying it was declined. And she was like, well, I know I got money. And I don't even know if it was her debit card or her credit card. They didn't say. But all I know is that she was using her card and she was trying to, and they kept saying it declined. And then when she left, her bank contacted her and said that she had like $600 in charges. And so I think she had made, I don't know if she had made a video about it or something, or TikTok or something. And somebody said, yeah, this happened to me. And then it was like, well, check out the actual, like the keypad, check out the keypad and see. So she went up to the store and she like touched the keypad a little bit and the whole keypad came off. And then the regular keypad was at the bottom. And so that's how they were skimming the credit or the debit card, getting the people's information. And so I think she got all her money back, but a lot of times I think she did go overdraft. So I would say that she probably was using her debit card. And so that's why I say it's really good to use the actual credit card because, see, at that point, it wouldn't have went overdraft, but her card had went overdraft, but she did get the money. And so it's just like you really have to be careful out here using your cards and stuff. But they were stating that make sure your card has a chip on it, and then that's one way that you can maybe not get your information stolen off of your card. And I do feel like a lot of the cards these days have it actually has the chip on it. So I thought that was crazy. Let me see. Before the billion said, yeah, debit cards are for ATMs only. That's what I'm saying. Like nope, ATMs only. And then I hardly ever go to the ATM. Jean said, this happened to me. I went off on the owner of the store. And see, that's the thing, because I feel like, was that an inside job? Because especially in a store, how was they able to put that on there, especially if they have cameras and stuff? So they were saying, I don't know that the 7-Eleven made a comment or anything, But I'm like, that seems really strange that probably like overnight somebody was probably like in the back or something and they put it on there and then the person wasn't watching and then they probably don't even take a look at the cameras and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. What's going on, Rod from Points Blank Travel? I am doing well. Thank you so much for joining. We're just chit chatting. We're talking about using debit card. We were talking about using credit cards over debit cards. And I was just explaining that I definitely think that it's good to use a credit card because I was on Instagram and I was seeing it was this Instagram post where the lady was I think she was kind of shaming her boyfriend for using his credit card. So, but I don't think it's anything like I don't judge anybody for using a debit card or a credit card, because I think that you have to do what's good for you. That's just my opinion. We got needs watches in the chat. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate you for stopping by. So thank y'all so much. And so we just been chit-chatting about the credit cards. We was chit-chatting about me going to the Maxwell concert tomorrow. I'm so excited about it. I'm gonna get him to sign my little CD. And but I had a lot of CDs because I had went down in I have like a little storage unit, and I went and I was looking through the CDs. But I would say the Urban Hang Suite, I think this is probably my favorite CD. Yeah, that's probably my favorite CD. But yeah, but I was so surprised when I was able to find some of the CDs. Yeah, so I am definitely excited about it tomorrow, going to the concert. And then we were talking about I was telling y'all that I had let me see. Rod said you already know the answer. However, credit cards aren't for everyone. Use what works for you. I definitely agree. Because I think it's okay, even though I like using credit cards and I have 9 credit cards, and y'all know I'm looking to open up another credit card, another travel credit card. So I've been doing videos on travel credit cards. I could really just use 1 or 2 credit cards. I don't have to use like a whole lot, but it's like, since I'm going to be able to take me a trip, I'm going to take me a trip to Puerto Rico, y'all, using my points. So I have enough points to take me a 5-night stay to Puerto Rico. And I'm going to be able to get me a round trip flight, and I'm going to be able to have $350 for food. But what I'm really wanting to do, I'm really wanting to open me up another credit card because I really want to do like 7 days. I don't want to do, I do not want to do 5 days. I want to go like 7 days, 9 days. I want to go for a long time. I want to go. Let's see. We got First Gen Corp. What's going on? How are you doing? I was laughing at your comment. I was laughing. He was like, Siri. That was so funny. That was hilarious. Rod said, oh no, Tasha, you've been bitten by the bug. Yes, I love to apply for new credit cards, but we're gonna have to see, because I'm really trying to make sure that I pick the right credit card. And so we got Wally. What's up, Wally? How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining. So I'm really thinking about, so I did a video on the American Express Delta Gold credit card, because I was really thinking about getting another American Express credit card since I already have one. and I would be able to get a soft pull because I really don't want to get any more inquiries. But I got a video coming out pretty soon with the Capital One venture credit cards. So um they have four options. So I was really looking at the venture reward and then the venture X. But see, the only thing is the venture reward, it has a $95 annual fee, and then the venture X, woo, y'all, that has a $350 annual fee if I'm not making a mistake. So that's a little bit out of my range. Usually my range is 95 and under, but if it cannot have an annual fee, that's the best for me. So I haven't applied for one yet, but I'm just doing my research to see which one that I want to apply. So I did look at the American Express Delta Gold credit card, but I feel like I wasn't going to get enough points I don't even think I was going to get enough points to do a round trip flight. So that's the only reason why I wasn't wanting that one. And I was looking at the venture credit cards because you just have more of an option to be able to do travel. You could do probably cash back, or you can even transfer your points other places, opposed to doing the Delta Gold credit card, the American Express Delta Gold credit card. I'll only be able to use it for flights. And so that's the only reason why I was maybe not really considering that one. Let's see. I'm subscription out. I do not want any annual fees. If I get it, better have every benefit. Exactly. That is what I'm saying. I really do not want any annual fees. So I have 9 credit cards. And I think 4 of those credit cards have an annual fee. The highest is $95, and that's for my Chase FI Preferred credit card. And then I have the Chase IHG credit card, and that's $89. I'm really considering downgrading that one to the lower tier, and then I don't think that has an annual fee. And then I have the Chase Southwest credit card, and y'all, I love that Chase Southwest credit card because I'm able to get, like, what I'll do, I'll book my flights like I'll book one way. So I'll book it going and then I'll book it coming, and then that way I can get the flights that way. So let's see. Can you find a credit card where the first year the fee is waived? Oh, that's a good one. I do like that one. And I will say for the American Express Gold credit card, the first year is waived, and then the second year is a 95. But you know, I don't want them to put me in American Express jail for applying for credit cards and then closing them. So I don't know. I'll have to look into that one. Let's see. Before the Billion says, I love my city and American Express. I haven't gotten into Chase yet. I love Chase. My city card, that's my longest standing card that I've had, but I really don't use it that much. I just have small recurring purchases on that credit card. And then I only have the one American Express credit card, and that is the American Express Everyday credit card. And I like that one. I was able to get 25,000 points on it, but I'm really only gonna be with that amount of points. I was only gonna be able to get a one-way flight, so that was it, one-way flight, and it was gonna be with American Airlines. And I felt like, y'all, that flight was gonna be like 10 hours, 10 or 11 hours, compared to with Southwest, it was only going to be a 4-hour nonstop flight. So that's why I was like, I really like Southwest. I really like Southwest flights compared to Delta or American Airlines, because it seems like, one, their flights are cheaper, and two, they have better more nonstop flights. So What's up? We got LML. How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate you. And yeah, so but I'm gonna get that trip to Puerto Rico. So I haven't decided when I'm gonna go, but I was looking to maybe go in June, but I kind of changed my mind because I'm trying to see when my sister, because me and her usually go on, we usually go traveling together. Of course. Thank you for joining. Sorry if I missed what's your favorite travel credit card. You know what? Before the billions, I will say, you know what? Oh my gosh. I cannot even believe I'm going to say this. My favorite travel credit card is probably going to be the Chase Sapphire Preferred credit card because one, you can transfer your points to more people and you have so many options with the Chase Sapphire Preferred. Now, I do have the Navy Federal Flagship. That's a travel credit card. And so that was my favorite. That was my favorite credit card. But I'm going to have to say, I need to do a versus battle against those two, but I'm definitely gonna say that it's the Chase Sapphire Preferred credit card. That is actually my favorite Chase credit card. Let's see. Just started watching your channel this year. Very great information on the Navy Federal. Thank you so much, Mr. Harkless. I really appreciate you for joining. Um, hey Renee. Yo, that Chase Sapphire Preferred, y'all. That one, I really like that credit card. Plus, I really like the Chase Portal. The Chase Portal is amazing because you can pull your credit reports, you can see what your credit utilization is, everything. That's why I like the Chase Portal. But the only thing is, Chase, they just be playing sometime because they just have so many rules. Exactly. Hold on, the chat's moving. Yes, first gen. Chase has the 5 and 24 rule. So yes, credit card churners are pissed because of that. And I'm just like, because see, the thing is, because even I had did a video where my friend, she was stating that she had applied for, I want to say it was the Chase Freedom Flex, and she already had two credit cards. But see, I don't think she churns like I do. So she was not in her 5 and 24. And then she has a really good credit score. I believe her credit score is like a 850 or something like that. And basically, they denied her, but then they reconsidered her and only gave her like a low limit. They only gave her a low limit. But see, the only thing is, even though they kind of be mean on the front end, on the back end, then that's when they were nice. So she just called them up. And then what she did, since she had the other two credit cards, she got them to move some of her credit limit over to the other credit cards. And then she was good to go. But they were saying that people like to credit card churn and all that kind of stuff. Of course, people want a credit card churn. They want to get the points and stuff. So, but I say as long as you're paying off the credit card every month and you're not carrying a balance, I think that you would be okay. Because if you are using the credit card and you're paying interest, then you're pretty much, it's really a break even, I would say, on the points. First Jen said, do you prefer to travel during the peak season or the off season? Look, I just like traveling. I just like to go traveling whenever I can go traveling. So I don't really have a specific time. For me, it's really about, okay, kind of what's going on at work and all that kind of stuff. Because see, I really wanted to go to Puerto Rico maybe in May or June, but it's just kind of busy right now. And so I don't think it was gonna work. And plus, for me, I want to go when it is hot. I don't want to go when it is just, kind of cool. Cause, especially even sometimes, cause my birthday, me and my sister's birthday is in May. But like a lot of times when we would go on cruises and stuff, it's like the weather would be okay, but it wouldn't be as hot as I would like it to be. And then sometimes it would be kind of rainy, in May and stuff. And so I don't know. I think I really like traveling from June to maybe like October, but I think it depends where you're going. Let's see. Oh, before the billion said, I just started paying down my student loans again. It was my oldest account. Should I just pay it off, or should I just pay it off all the way, or keep it since there's no interest? Well, before the billions, I think that is a great question, because I want to say, I think it was last month I did a live, and I am going to start paying on my student loans again. And I think right now, even though we don't necessarily know what Biden is going to do, but I feel like I think he's going to extend it. So I think that's just my opinion. My opinion is I think that he's going to extend the no student loan, no interest. Now, how long he's going to extend it, I really feel like he just needs to extend it until December, but maybe he might do it till September. I just want to know. I bet he's gonna do it till September. I think he's gonna do it for a couple of months. I don't think he's gonna do it for the whole year, but he might surprise me. He might surprise me. But I would say, if you could, I would probably you let's see, it's one of my oldest. Should I pay it off? I think I would do the debt snowball on the student loans. So I would write down all of your student loans, and then I would put them in order of smallest to largest, and then I would do it that way. So I would just go from the smallest and then hit it that way. And then, especially now, since there's not any interest, that's pretty much what I'm gonna do. But even though my student loans are in one loan, I have two loans within the one loan. But one of the loans is like 14,000. So one of them is 14,000, and then one of them is 38,000. So really, I would be tackling the 14,000 one first, and then going down that way. But I really want to pay it down. And I think that it's really good to pay it down while there's no interest. And I'm going to get one of my friends to come on the channel, because I was talking to her, and she's going to be paying her student loan off in October. And so I just want her to come on and talk to us. And, I was so glad that she was talking to me about it, because on the one hand, last year I had paid my auto loan off. So I paid 20,000 in 1 year. And it was like, I was so excited, and I'm not going to say there were times where I was just like, oh, paying off debt. But I was really excited to do that. But I don't know, for my student loans, I haven't been as excited in trying to start paying back the student loans. So we'll have to see about that. Let's see. I have the Chase for my business, but not for my personal. I am kind of wanting to look into one of the Chase business credit cards. So I think that they have there's some really good business credit cards out there. And I don't think that the business credit cards will count in your 5 and 24. It's just the personal credit cards. So I think that you'll be okay. What's up, Miss Pular? How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining. And then Renee said, what is a 5 and 24? So 5 and 24 is, so for Chase, they have a rule. Have you applied for 5 credit cards within a 24-month period, personal credit cards? And so for myself, when I look at my credit report, I only have 2 inquiries on my credit report, but in the past 24 months, I want to say I have 4 credit cards within the past 24 months. So I want to say this was back in September, October, when I was preparing myself to apply for the Chase Sapphire Preferred credit card. I pulled my credit report and I really looked through the credit report to see what was reporting on my credit report. And I did have to because I did have to garden. So when I mean garden, I had to wait and not apply for any credit cards because I didn't want it to push me out of the 5 and 24. And so that's the only thing is just like with the credit cards, especially if you're doing credit card churning, you really have to have a plan because every bank or credit union has their own rules. So Chase has the 5 and 24, 5 personal credit cards within a 24-month period. Navy Federal has a 3 and 91. You can only apply for 3 credit cards with Navy Federal. And then if you apply before the 91st date, then you will be denied. And I tried it and you will get denied because I was trying to get my Navy Federal internal score. So I thought about me getting denied that I would get it, but I didn't because I got denied and I still didn't get it. So you just want to check and see, like with American Express, once you apply for an American Express card, all the other credit cards are a soft pull. So it's not going to be a hard pull on your credit card, on your credit report. So that's why I would go on and since that's going to be, well, I think even with your, you should be able to pull possibly your, I don't know if you can pull your personal credit report under the Chase portal since you have a business credit card, but you can try because I really like Chase's portal. But if not, you can go on to the annualcreditreport.com and you can pull your credit report weekly until April of 2023. And so what I'll do, I'll pull all of my credit reports. So you want to pull Chase, you want to pull Chase, you want to pull TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. And I believe Chase pulls Experian. Chase does pull your Experian credit report, if I'm not making a mistake, when they run your credit, but you still want to be good on all 3, not just on the one. Let's see. First Jen says, going to apply for the Chase Sapphire Preferred. I'm trying to travel hack in 2023 and your videos are helpful. First Jen, that is really cool. What is your actual goal? Because I'll say for 2022, one of my goals was to take me a 5. So I said take me a week of 5. But what is your week? Is that 5 days or 7? I guess it would be 7. Take me a week vacation using my points, and it would be all expenses paid on the credit card. On using my points. But really, what I want to do is maybe do a international. That would be really cool if I could rack up enough points to do an international flight, especially the flight, because the flights are just so expensive. I would really want to do either business class or first class, because like when we went to Dubai, we were just like in the regular seats, and I was just like, that was like a 13-hour flight. I was just like, oh my goodness, I have to do a first class or a business class the next time. So but for this year, for 2022, definitely gonna do like Puerto Rico, because I said it didn't necessarily have to be international this time because I just wanted to see with the points. But yeah, so I'm excited. So we have James. He says, I usually pay with Bitcoin. Wow, that's pretty cool. And I give extra money to the credit card company. So does that mean that you pay does that mean that you don't pay your credit card off every month? Let's see. Do you travel with friends, family, or solo? I would say I do both. I do all of them. So I'm gonna be traveling pretty soon, and that's gonna be a solo trip for a couple of days. It was gonna be a solo trip because me and my sister we were supposed to be going traveling together, and then but she's busy because she's getting her doctorate, so she doesn't really need to be traveling and all that kind of stuff. And so it was gonna be a solo trip, but then a friend of mine, she's gonna come. So for 3 days, I'll be on a solo trip, and then for 2 days, she's gonna be there. But I've traveled with my mom and my sister. I've traveled with my dad and my stepmom and my sister. I've traveled solo. Like I've traveled to New York by myself. That was cool. I've done a semi-solo trip to Puerto Rico, but I want to go back to Puerto Rico. Um, yeah, so I would do any of it because it's just like you know how when you're ready to travel, you are ready to travel. And but I will say traveling I would say everybody should take a solo trip at least one time by themselves. But I think it's fun to travel with other people. Plus, you'll have somebody to take pictures, and you will have somebody like, let's say, when you go to restaurants and stuff. That's the only thing I don't. Well, I would say for men, you probably won't. Well, I would probably say no, because see, that's the only thing. When you travel by yourself and you go to restaurants, and then if you don't go to the restroom before your food gets out, then it's just like you don't know if anybody messes with your food and stuff if you go to the restroom or walk away from your food. So you have to be careful in that instance. So I would say those are some reasons that I prefer, I do like to travel with people. I was wanting to take me a cruise by myself because I love cruises. And my sister, she doesn't really want to go on cruises anymore. And so we'll have to see. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. I started an account 2 years ago and got my children started on an account as well. Wow, that's good. Checking on which is a great card. Okay, doing my research on them and deciding which one for travel. So I know you're talking about Navy Federal, and I think that that's great that you got one for you and for your children. With Navy Federal, they have the Navy Federal flagship. That's the travel credit card because it does have some additional perks on it. Because with the Navy Federal flagship, they have it to where you can get it's either the global or the what is it? So you can get the global entry and you have to pay for it, but you get $100 credit, or you can get the pre TSA, but you still have to pay for it, and then they'll reimburse you $100. And then you get 3 times the points for travel, 2 times the points for everything else. Also, there's no transaction fees when you travel internationally. So that's a really good perk. Um, let's see, yours was extended until 2023. Now, is this your student loans? Hold on. Let's see. First gen, did I let's see. First gen Biden extended it until August. What did I say? Did I not say? Let me see. Uh-oh, I see it right here. 5 hours ago. How cool is that? Hold on, let me see. I'm trying to look at this other screen. Let me move it over. Okay. Biden administration. Hold on. Let me share this with y'all. See, I was just talking. Let me see. Okay. So Biden, he is going to extend it through August. I knew that he was going to probably do. I didn't think that he was going to do it until December. Like, y'all, how did I know that he was not going to do it until December? And then, yeah, so he's going to extend it to December. So I think that that's really good. So especially before the billions, I think that that would be a good plan to, okay, do a debt snowball on your student loans with it not having any interest on it. And so, you could start with, so like say for myself, I have the 14,000, then I have a 38,000. So I would just pay down on that one. And then but I don't know that I would pay that much this year. But we'll have to see, especially by August. Wow. Hmm. Yep, I knew he was going to, y'all. I knew he was going to. Let me see. They said they want to extend it, okay, to August. That is great. Oh, that is good. I only have one at exactly 4,000. LOL. I could pay it off, but I'm just saving up at the moment. And I think that that's great. Before the billions, like what I did last year when I was paying off my auto loan. So what I would do is I would do my budget, and I would save. So it's like I was kind of doing two things at one time. I was paying off the auto loan, but I was also saving. So I really saved $10,000 last year, but I was doing a savings challenge. So it was a 26-week savings challenge, a 6-month saving challenge. So I had saved $5,000 by July. Well, June. So June I had saved 5,000, and then I saved the other 5,000. And then what I would do, I would still, when I did my budget, and if I had extra money left over, then that's what I would pay on the loan. So let's say this month, I don't know if you pay bi-weekly, monthly, or weekly. I'm not for sure. But let's say, like for myself, I get paid bi-weekly. So for the month of April, I'm going to get paid 3 times. And my goal is to save one whole check. So I want to save one whole check, and then I would pay that on, let's say, like the student loan. I would pay that on the student loan, and then I would just keep on saving going from there, because there would be extra money coming in. So whenever I got extra money coming in, then I would put that on the loan, and then I would still save a little bit. But yeah, I think that's great. My taxes are going, yup. Yeah, like before the billions, you are doing a great job. And then I'm not sure if anybody wants to come up. I'm gonna put that in the chat. But yeah, I think, because I think I just put a video out about, yeah, because it was today. Even though I was talking about like an extra check, like today, for the month of April, I'm gonna get an extra check. But say like for March, I had got extra money in. So it's just like we always want to make a plan. So I think that you're doing a really good job by going ahead and putting some of that money towards your yeah. Let's see. Student loans aren't really bad debt. Yes, I agree. Student loans are not bad debt. Um, you know, when we take a look at our credit report, and let's say our credit profile, the student loans are going to be an installment loan. And we have our payment history, our credit utilization, our length of credit, our credit mix, and then our new credit. So for our credit mix, the student loans, and then let's say you got an auto loan, and then you have credit cards. So you have revolving credit, and then you have installment loans. So for me, that's why I prefer, even though I had the student loans longer, I prefer to pay the car loan off first, and then the student loan. So the student loans took a little bit of a back seat, but now this year I want to start um paying them down. So probably for May, I think I'm gonna make like probably like a $3,000 payment. So I think I'm gonna probably set aside maybe like 3,000 to pay on my student loans. And then what I could do is just start making the regular payments. So put that back in the budget. Because I want to say my student loan was 385 or 357.85, somewhere off in there, less than 400, but more than 350. And I could start putting that back in to the student loans. Hold on. We got First Gen. I'm gonna bring you up.
Hello, hello. Yeah, I just really came up.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
oh yes, I can hear you.
Oh, yeah, I just
I
want to come up for
I don't know.
support.
I'll be putting my volume on mute, but I can hear you. How are you doing?
I'm alright yourself.
I am doing wonderful.
Yeah, I just want to come up and support what you're doing because I've seen a couple of videos talking about credit cards and Navy Federal and things like that. I'm not too big into credit card churning yet.
Yeah.
I'm more on the investment side of things.
Mm-hmm.
But what about this Maxwell concert? Like,
Exactly. Oh my gosh. I am so like do not get me started. Do you still do you buy CD?
no, not at all. I get like
Yeah.
I have a Spotify profile. Yeah, but I'm heavy into R&B. Like I like I guess alternative R&B and some
Mm-hmm.
90s R&B.
Okay.
But
So between Maxwell, Joe, and Anthony Hamilton, who do you like better?
I'm picking Maxwell.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Maxwell. This is gonna be my fourth Maxwell concert. Um, yeah, I'm just so excited about going to this concert.
Yeah, I think Maxwell. So he actually came in my area recently. But I was at a comedy show, so it was either Maxwell or the comedy, and I chose the comedy.
Okay, what comedian did you go see?
It was Dion Cole.
Okay,
Yeah.
have I seen Dion Cole? I like Dion Cole.
He was in like in,
Yeah.
I think the Old Spice commercials.
Mm-hmm.
If you've
Yeah.
seen those, he's pretty
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Did I go to Memphis? I don't know. Maybe I went to no. I think I went to see TK Kirkland in Memphis, and then the week after Dion Cole, he was coming. So I don't think I've seen Dion Cole, but I do. I really like Dion Cole. Yeah.
Yeah, while we're on that topic of comedies, I'm going to like the Chris Rock concert
Oh
because Chris
yeah.
Rock and Kevin Hart are supposed to be doing
Mhm.
a concert or comedy show together. So I
Mhm.
got a ticket to go there. So
Yeah, I love Chris Rock. I went to see Chris Rock. Me and Renee actually went to see Chris Rock. We went to see Chris Rock a couple of years ago, and it was I think that was the first comedy show that I had went to that you had to put your phone in like a pouch, and you if you wanted to take your phone out of the pouch, then you had to go up to the front to take it out. But yeah, I love Chris Rock. I mean, I just love Chris Rock.
yeah, so like, what's your favorite Maxwell song? Like, I like Lake by the Ocean. I thought that
I
was an
like
excellent
Lake by
song.
the Ocean.
That's good.
I would say my favorite is Fortunate. So my favorite Maxwell is Fortunate. That's off of the Life soundtrack. But I like Till the Cops Come Knocking. I really like his new one off. Like that song is I love all the Maxwell songs. Even this CD, this is the Black Summer's Night.
Yeah, Black Summer
Um
Nights. Yeah, I like that album.
Yeah. Pretty Wings, I really like. And
Classic.
then it's one on here. I want to say it's 1990X.
Yeah,
Oh,
1990X. That's another one.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it's like when you listen to that song, the way that it's like the two different kind of beats in it. It's just because it's kind of slow a little bit, but then it's kind of fast. And I love listening to it in my headphones because I like to walk, and so I'll be listening to because I'll be listening to different music, and especially since I was gonna be going to the concert, I made me like a little I made me like a little Maxwell. So it's Maxwell, Anthony Hamilton, and Joe. I made me like a little playlist. And so I just have all my favorite songs in there. And I have more Maxwell songs than anybody. And yeah, but I'm going backstage. And so that's why I had went and I had pulled out because I had to, because I'm like, dang, I think the Black Summer's Night was actually the last CD I bought, but that was like probably 6 years ago. And I was just like, I know I can find my CD somewhere, and it's still in pretty good shape. And so I'm gonna see if he can sign my if he can sign this. But and I was just like, I don't even know if I have a CD player in my car, because I listen to Sirius XM, or I'm listening to my Apple Music. So I don't have any CDs in the car, but I'm pretty sure I have a CD player. But I don't have any CDs in the car. So
Uh, now, I guess major is it major change group or Tasha? Which one do you prefer?
you can call me Tasha. Yeah, yeah.
All
Hmm.
right. It's Tasha. It's not get stuck in the '90s, aren't you? Listen, a couple of those old guys. Like, how about the young the young ones?
Okay, let me see. I don't know. I don't know, because it's just like when I listen to music, especially name me somebody and let me tell you if I like them.
Miguel.
Yeah, I do like Miguel. When I went to Vegas one year, I saw Miguel. He is small.
Solange.
Yeah, I like Solange.
Her.
Oh yeah, I love her. Yeah, yeah.
Daniel Caesar.
Yeah, I love Daniel Caesar. I love Chris
Um,
Brown. I'm just like because I really like that song, Chris Brown and Her. Like that song is amazing.
Xavier Omar. Snow Allegra. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a
Mhm.
couple of good ones out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I love all those.
Party
Yeah.
Next Door.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. All of them. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think that and hold on, it's another. I'm trying to think. There's this other song. Um, Let me see. What about now? I know you said not. Well, he was in the '90s. What about Raheem Devon?
Raheem Devon.
Oh Lord,
Oh,
you're gonna have to look him up. Yes, yes, I like him too.
what is he like, a regional artist or something?
Yeah, he's like a no, he's an R&B. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it.
You like those '90s R&B? I can
Yeah.
tell. I like some '90s R&B, right? I can't get down. It's a little too slow for me personally. Like, I need a little something extra in there, like a little electronic. The synthesizers gotta be a little different. That's just me.
But
Especially the
but
music
it's
videos
just
are
like
so cringe in
who?
2022. The music videos.
Yeah.
I was watching like Mario Winans.
Oh, but I
What was that?
love Mario
No,
Winans.
no, no. It was that music video. I don't want to know.
But
And
that
I was,
like yeah, that's like the best R&B song right there. Yeah, right. Okay. Renee said Raheem is in the 2000s. Yeah, I do like DVSN. I do like
oh,
them.
Division.
Yeah,
I love
Maxwell's
I
so
love
good.
Division.
Lucky
Division.
Day, I do like him. Yeah, Submerged by Maxwell. Yes, I love that. I don't know that it's a Maxwell song that I don't like. Yeah, Maxwell is the truth. Yeah. Oh, because I'm just like, I don't know. Because Before the Billion says Fortunate is written by R. Kelly. Oh, but that's like my favorite. That's my favorite Maxwell song.
So do you listen to like I guess Prince or like The Barge or like Marvin Gaye and all of them, or
I
you
do
start in the
like,
'90s?
yes, I do like DeBarge, and you'll have to check out. DeBarge had an NPR. If you can Google it search it um
On the YouTube.
on
Yeah.
YouTube, like that was the best NPR. It's like a small desk NPR. I don't even know how it fell in my feed because I don't listen to music on YouTube, but I watched the whole thing. I might listen to it again because I'm just like he can still sing. It was good. And I even listened to the Patti LaBelle. That one was good. And then Too Short. Do you know about Too Short, right?
Yeah, Too Short. Yeah,
Yeah.
West
Too
Coast.
Short. I'm just like, how did Too Short have a small desk on NPR? I'm just like, wow, they had Too Short.
He don't got that many songs. I was a little surprised when I saw it because I subscribe to NPR
But
music.
it
Cause
was good. I thought it was good because I would say "Blow the Whistle" is my favorite Too Short song.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's my favorite Too Short song. Like, I don't know how anybody can not like that song. The song is that is so good. But I'm trying to think because I think like right now, the past few weeks, I've just been kind of listening to Maxwell, Joe, and Anthony Hamilton. But like that song "Hours." I really like that song. That is good. Yeah, and then let me see, Alina Bazaar. I really like her too. And then she has some other songs that are really good. What about Ro James? Do you like Ro
Oh
James?
yeah, Ro James.
Yeah,
Yeah, he got some
yeah.
good
I've
songs.
seen him in concert before. Um, yeah, but I like all kind of musics, and I even like some like alternative other kind of musics too. Yeah, I like all music. I like all music.
You ever heard of Blood Orange?
Um, not to just to say, but maybe I've heard their music, but
Yeah,
mm-mm.
he used to work with Solange on her first album, and then he had like
Oh,
his own.
okay.
Yeah, he had like his own group. So he released some pretty good songs. Like I know I listen to Bryson. So I'm a little bit younger, so I listen to like
Yeah,
Bryson
I like Bryson Tiller
Tiller,
too. Yeah, yeah,
Childish Gambino,
yeah. I like
Chloe,
Childish Gambino too.
Chloe
Yeah,
X Haley. That's another one. And things like that. But
yeah.
I don't want to derail the conversation too much. You talk about Maxwell, right? And we both agree
But I'm
Maxwell's
just like,
definitely
yeah,
awesome.
Maxwell is just awesome. Like, Maxwell is awesome, and I'm just like, this is the fourth time that I'm going. I know he came one time, and it was gonna be at the Ascend, and I don't know why I didn't go, but that's the only time that he was in my area that I didn't go. But I've been. This is gonna be the fourth time. Um, let's see. Oh, before the billion says why does your sister not want to take cruises anymore? One, because she doesn't like to be at sea, and then she likes just flying in. So let's say like going to Jamaica, she'd rather just fly to Jamaica than going on a cruise. But it's like I can understand where she's coming from. For me, if you can get a cruise to where let's say 6 of the days is all at sea, like boom, you're going. So one year we had flew over to Puerto Rico, and then we took a cruise, and it was like Puerto Rico, St. Thomas, St. Martin. And so we only had one day at sea. So we had stuff to do every day because I really don't like the days at sea, even though depending on what cruise ship you're on, you can have a whole lot of, there because I'll be going to like the Zumba classes, I'll be going to the line dancing classes, and then, doing all the parties and all that kind of stuff. So let's see. Wally said they might not be as bad, but in debt. Yeah, but it is debt. Yeah, so I agree. Definitely, student loans are not bad, but yeah, it's still debt. So I definitely agree. How do you feel about student loans?
Me personally, I guess given the recent inflationary environment, it's like 7%. Student loans should be around there too, if not lower. So right now, I mean, I wouldn't be rushing to pay off any student loans, especially if it's like around, I say 3 to 4 for the interest rates. But in general, I think student loans is one of those loans you gotta get rid of as a person. Like me
Yeah,
personally, the only type of loans I would like to have is just a house loan, like a
yeah,
mortgage. That's it.
hmm,
I don't want even a car. Like if I bought a car, I'll
yeah,
just buy it in cash.
hmm,
Student loans is one of those things where I mean, if you have it and it's necessary, you should try to pay it off as fast as you can because
yeah,
those private
yeah.
loan rates are higher
They
than
are, and see that's the
than
thing because it's
others.
just like my student loan is like 6 point something, and I was like probably the average is 6. And that's how you can end up paying it down as fast, compared to, last year I did have my auto loan and my interest rate was 2.19%, but I only ended up paying not even, because I paid it off in 1 year. I don't even think I paid a full payment of interest. So if I would have paid it in the 60 months, I would have paid like $1,500 or $1,600 in interest, but I only end up paying maybe like $340 in interest because so I would say that was not too bad. But I just feel like they should not have interest on student loans, and then they should not, because what happens is it depends on, do you have subsidized or unsubsidized? So it's like some of those student loans, it'll still be drawing interest every year, every month, and then some of them they'll hold the interest, and then after let's say you graduate or the loan is done, then they'll dump the interest, and then that's how it ends up being way more than you thought. So it's just like sometimes, because I know like you would think that it was only like 40,000, and then once they put all the interest on it, it'll be like 60,000. So I'm just like, I don't know. Let's see. He says, I'm working on card payment to finish. Okay. So that'll to finish paying it off 1 year earlier. But I've learned from my first credit card that I paid them off. But once I started back on credit cards, okay, then small balances. I was reading an article today and they were saying, should you leave small balances on a credit card? And it was saying like people are kind of mistaken on that. And I would say it to me, it's all about timing, because it'll be like sometimes I'll leave a balance, but I'm not paying interest on it because I'm usually paying it off before the interest accrues on it. So you just got to know how to pay it off. Because yeah, you don't want to pay any interest on the credit card. Yeah, yep. So I'm definitely glad that they have extended the no student loans, and because right now I just have my mortgage and my student loans, and it's like on the one hand I feel like I can have the student loans forever, but then on the same hand I just want to get it done, because even at $350 every month, that could be almost what, $5,000. That could be almost $5,000. And just think about, if you don't have the student loans, then every year you could save that $5,000, and it's just like you would be so better off not having the debt. So I think it's better not having debt.
Yeah, that's one thing people don't understand, especially the student loans. That those interest rates, uh, they accrue pretty heavily, especially for unsubsidized loans. It's like the sky's the limit with those interest rates, depending on which loan provider you originate your student loans from. But also, just freeing up more capital, to also just to save for an emergencies. Because
That's
every
right.
article is like most Americans can't even come up with $1,000 in an emergency. And if you're able to knock off student loans and free yourself up with a couple $100 in capital, and take that money, throw it in a brokerage account, invest in
Right.
a no
Mm-hmm.
cost, simple index fund, and watch that money accrue the compound interest, Rule 72.
Right.
You'll be in good hands. And this is not financial advice, everyone. If you want advice, please go see your professionals, your tax
Right.
professionals, your finance professionals, your
Yeah,
bankers,
and I
etc.
have to I still need to, especially like on my, even on the credit card videos or the budgeting videos, I need to put me a little disclaimer up in my description. So every time I put a video up, I think about, because you had put that in there. I was like, I gotta write me out something simple to put as a disclaimer. So I'm gonna probably do that really soon.
I have one question for you, Tasha. How did you get started on your not only credit card journey, just personal finance journey? Because I know
How did I
everyone
get
has their own
started?
story. Hmm.
Yeah, you know what? It was I started with Dave Ramsey, and I don't know, I just took a liking to it, and I like I've done mentoring and stuff, and so probably several years ago, I was just like, I would like to teach budgeting, just like on a basic level, so I'm just kind of on the forefront of getting your foundation in order, just to, because a lot of times people will say that, they don't make enough money or they don't have enough money. Because I can remember because like I always travel and stuff, and I was a manager at Walgreens, and I would travel, and then how people, they'll be like, well, how are you able to do this, or how are you able to do that? And I'm just like, well, I don't make any more as much money as anybody else, but it's just about, how can we change our mindsets to where, one, even though I might be using my money for trips, every person is doing something else with their money, and you just look at it differently. You see what I'm saying? And so I really just wanted to show people that even with the amount of money that they make, they can do just as much as I do. But it's just like what I do is sometimes I can't do every single thing that I want to do. But most of the times we just feel like, okay, since I work, I should just be able to do whatever I want, and, either not save or rack up credit card debt, and things like that. And so, you know, I really like having the YouTube channel to where, because originally I thought that I would do it at like community centers and stuff. So that's kind of how I had envisioned myself. I had envisioned myself like having, like a little round table, like 6 or 10 people. Because I would say that was probably 2018. That's how I envisioned myself. I envisioned myself having, like a little Saturday, coming on Saturday or something like that, and just having like a little class and talking about budgeting and all that kind of stuff. But then now that I'm on YouTube, I can talk about it on a wider scale. So originally, when I had started the channel, I was always kind of talking about credit, and then I was talking about travel, but I talk about budgeting too. And it's like my budgeting, like I really want my budgeting videos to meet a trend on my budgeting videos, because I would say right now I really trend, especially on the Navy Federal videos and the credit card videos. But I really feel like in order for you to get the credit cards and stuff like that, you really have to know how your money is on the, how is your money? How much money do you have coming in compared to going out? And not over leveraging ourselves using credit cards. So, I really want people to, watch the budgeting videos just as much as they watch the credit videos.
Yeah, everyone has their own journey into this personal finance space, and it's great that he was able to have a larger audience by doing it on the YouTube, and have as much success as you have obtained in a short amount of time.
Yeah. Wally said everyone started with the guy except me. I did. Let's see. I didn't the old fashioned. I did it the old fashioned way. Research. Yeah, I like. But I would say it was probably even other people before Dave Ramsey. But like here, I'm in Nashville, Tennessee, and he's kind of out of Nashville, and so like, they would play him on the radio and all that kind of stuff, and so that's kind of how. But there has been other people before Dave, and if you really think about it, just at a basic level, he's just saying, he's saying live like no one else so that you can live like no one else. But a lot of times we want to, because it's either going to be on the front end or the back end. So a lot of times we want everything now, and then later, because it's like if you're using your credit cards and you have a lot of debt and all that kind of stuff, and then when you get older, then you are, and maybe you're not making as much money or something like that, then you're paying all the debt compared to, even if I had even a little bit earlier, you know what I'm saying? So, I do agree with you saying that everybody's journey is different, because, I've worked with other people, because even kind of in the beginning, I was helping like family and friends at first. And even like some of my family, when I first was talking to them about it, they maybe didn't want to do it all the way. But it's just like to see them now, to where when you don't push it on them and all that kind of stuff, and it's just like, wow, like I am so proud of you, that you are really doing it. And to me, I don't think it's like no time wasted. Today is the best day to start. So, just start where you can.
Definitely, definitely. I just got tired of being broke. That's kind of
Right.
what.
See, that's the thing. I would say, like, what you said right there, tired of being broke. Because the thing is, like I said, you'll hear people saying, well, they need to get a second job and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not gonna say everybody just makes like a whole lot of money. And I mean, you see my budgeting videos. I would say I make an average, wage. And but it's just how I spend my money. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of times we might not even really need to get a part-time job. It's just if we have control over our money, then we can tell our money what to do, and then we can do a whole lot more, opposed to if you're just spending your money how you want, and then when you go to use it, then it's not there. Even like with me getting paid an extra check this month, or like even last month when I got the extra money in, if I was just spending my money, then probably by the time I got to it, it probably wouldn't even be there.
Yeah, I agree. Everything starts small. I had my first job was making X amount. Now, a couple years later, I'm making double. So, taking the same principles I had from my first job post college and just applying it several years later. Now I got like the fundamentals. So what I try to do, I try to make it boring, because if it's boring, then I'm doing something right. But then again, a part of me, I don't like it to be too boring. So that's why I'm like venturing in this credit card turning thing. I was like, I need some excitement. So I was like, hey, let me see how much I can finesse the system for. So
Exactly. And then I had Debt Free Dad on here the last time, and he was talking about what about churning checking accounts. And he had told me about this guy, and I had looked it up, and he had churned like $10,000 in checking accounts in 1 year. And I was just like, wow. But I because like when I first started, like I've had credit cards for a long time, but you would just apply for one credit card, and it may be like it'd be 5, 6 years before you apply for another credit card. And it wasn't really for me until 2019 when I was really starting to figure it out. And then you can just see where I really kind of built on it to where I'm kind of like you, to where I was just like 2022, but I know you said 2023. I was like 2022. I wanted to do a trip, so I was like, I can do it, and then you just plan it, and so now I plan it to where I have enough points to where I can travel to Puerto Rico for 5 nights.
yeah, I saw a video a couple of times. Did you mean another video? I think with the Amex, and you're thinking of applying to another credit card. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely ruining you for your trip to Puerto Rico. There's one thing that I was just I really do like finessing the system, right? Like that's kind of like my little
Yeah,
get back at
yeah.
it legally,
Yeah,
everybody.
that's what I'm saying. Legally, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, finding ways to flip the system. And see, the thing is, even though you have to pay attention, because because then it's like, oh, you applying for another credit card, but it's just like, even though if I apply for credit cards, I'm not paying interest on it, so I'm doing it on my normal spending. I'm not trying to overspend to get the points. Now I will ask somebody, do you have this big purchase? Can I put it on my card?
Let me pay
I
those
might do
groceries real
that,
quick.
but you gotta give me the money though. You gotta give me the money. But yeah, so I think if you can finesse it some way, go ahead and do it.
Yeah, so like at corporate land, there's a lot of discounts that a lot of employees actually in my firm don't use. But like I said, like finessing, so legally, everybody. So I'll look at the HR and look at all the discounts. So apparently we got discounts to car rentals, we got discounts to hotel, discounts to
Yep.
travel. So this
Mhm.
discounts to a litany of
Yep.
entertainment
Mhm.
options. So I've been taking advantage of that heavily. like a lot of the
Yep.
shows I attend is like through a discount. Like I won't go unless it's through a discount. Like I don't like
That's
paying
right.
100% of the price.
That is right. I know one of my coworkers. She had took advantage of the hotel, and like the theme parks, and even buying electronics. There's so many different perks that even like where I work, they have those perks too. So
The next level is to because I was really researching how to really, like I said, when I said finessing, I spent hours researching this. So next level is apparently to make friends with people in the military, because military people have discounts to travel destinations that regular civilians don't have at steep
wow,
prices. Also, the hotel concierge, they have some discounts as well. Making friends with people who work in the airline. I think even baggage people for those airlines can get those free flights. So that's something I've been thinking. I was like, okay, let me expand my network. Let me go get these people. Let me reach out to a military veteran. Let me go borrow your account real quick.
dang, that is cool.
So just expanding my network. Like I'm working on that, expanding my network to take advantage of discounts, because as everyone knows, military veterans get a host
They do.
of discounts, and just make friends with them organically, and
That's right.
ask them. I say, hey, now we're friends for X amount of time. Let me use those discounts.
That is right. So yeah, I think that's cool. Yeah, but did you have anything else? I think I'm surprised going an hour and 20 minutes. So
Oh,
did you?
the last thing I will say is, people stop using a debit card in 2022. Get on that credit card wave. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's no boogie, man. Just watch major change group videos, and you'll be well on your way to your credit card journey.
Yeah. I would just say even like even if a person is not doing credit card training and all that, just the different protections that you have with the credit card is good.
If I was to tell people how unsafe your information is online and it could be easily hacked, that would scare people into just getting credit cards.
Yeah,
That's what.
like exactly. Do not tell me because I already get kind of because even when I was watching that one video, yeah, I'm just like, no.
Yeah, people.
Oh,
Yeah, people don't understand, like the credit cards. It's the bank's money. So you have a 30-day grace period to paying it off before interest occurs. Unless you get one of those balance transfer cards, in which you can spend an entire year just loading up money and not paying it off. I'm not telling anybody to do this, but if you're on your last legs and you need some quick cash, you need some quick funds, get that credit card, max it out on a balance transfer card, and make sure to pay it back. Pay it back. We're all about paying it back. We don't want to get you that interest because it hurts at
right.
22%. But
Mm-hmm.
there's so many benefits that credit cards offer. Churning is just one benefit for traveling and things like that. Even collecting points and transferring it, it's all
Right.
great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally agree. Wally said, "What do you think of self credit card app?" Um, I don't know a whole bunch about self, but I know that it can help you to build your credit. So I would say, especially if it's like a free version, and it can give you the information on your credit, and it can help you build your credit. Then I don't think that it's anything wrong with it. I would say myself, like Credit Karma and things like that. I don't use those, but even with the Experian, because I really like Experian, and they wanted me to like let's say your cell phone bill and some of the other bills, they wanted, you can add those to where you can get the payment history. And if that's what you need to do to be able to build credit, I think that that's what you should do, because that's what I'm saying. On the one hand, to me, I'm all for credit, but I feel like you have to use it in a responsible way. So, like myself, I've cut all my credit cards up before, and I've used my debit card. So I don't think it's anything wrong with it. So at that time, I could have used Self or Credit Karma or places like that to, with my cell phone. Well, I would say with any bills that you're going to pay on time, that would have been great to build credit, so that, let's say, then you want to buy a house, and you will have good credit history to prove that you would be, making your payments on time and stuff. So,
Hey, if
but
I if I
you,
if I can speak on that self app,
mm-hmm,
it's a new thing like fintech. It's pretty popular. It's been popular for past several years. It's just a company that helps people who don't have no credit or poor credit history
mm-hmm,
to increase their credit. It's not necessary for most people.
right.
Just go to a bank, open up a free card, use it for 6 months. If you can't get one through a bank, go to Discover It Secured. Start with
You
that.
already know.
Have it for 6 months, and then start a new one. Open up a new one after 6 months. Make sure there are no fees though before you go into a la la land with a travel turning and all that type of stuff. But make sure you get those
Mm-hmm,
base credit cards first, with no fees, and then migrate your way up to big to the other side of things. But
right.
it's not necessary to use self. I think that service even have an annual fee.
Oh, it
So
has an annual fee
yeah, I
on
think it's
it.
like 20. I think like $25 though. But it's not
Ooh.
necessary for people to use it.
Yeah, is
Just
it $25 a month?
I think it's $25 a year.
Oh,
Even the
okay.
fact that they're charging a fee on a credit card, which it shouldn't, you shouldn't.
Yeah,
I mean, you shouldn't
you
pay
shouldn't
to
have
have a
to.
credit. It's
Yeah.
it's free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cause see, that's a that. Cause see, even like with the Experian, they want you to pay for like the Experian Boost and then having the different memberships. But y'all already know I'm cheap, and cause I feel like even if you paying $25, cause see that was $25 a month. Like that's 300 and something dollars a year that you could pay on a credit card, or you could do something else with. So I'm not necessarily, but let's say like the free version, if they have a free version, then I would say yes to the free version. But I don't know that I would. Yeah, that's true. I don't know that I would want to pay a fee. Um, but I think that would be something cool to show on your channel, because people want to see you increase your credit score and all that kind of stuff. I know people really like to watch those kind of videos. So, but I would just try to see. Okay, he said he's gonna do his research. Yeah, because I don't know about paying those fees for that kind of stuff. Mm-mm.
And I also said be careful with the buy now, pay later apps. And it's actually gotten pretty ubiquitous over the past year or so. On a lot of websites, like I'll buy some clothes and things like that, and they was like, "Hey, do you want to pay X amount of dollars per month and defer it?" I'm like, "No, I just
Mm-mm.
want to pay it in full now." So it's just another way of a tracking your purchases online, and b trying to build alternative credit profiles for people. But for me personally, I will stay away from for those type of applications where they're telling you, hey, you don't have to pay 100% of the cost now. Just
Right.
pay like a loan. It's like taking a car loan, but you're scaling it down to the micro level where it applies to everyday purchases. That gets kind of
Mhm.
dangerous to me, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
and then too, like, what's the interest rate on those things?
They sky high.
Exactly. Probably like 26%. Like the average interest rate is like 16%, over 16%. Probably like 16 to 18%. So I would not do the buy now, pay later. Not at all. But yeah, I think that's gonna be cool if he's gonna do do videos on how he's going to increase his credit. I think that'll be great. Yeah. So, any other questions or comments before we get out of here?
Thanks again, Tasha, for a opening up the live stream and b allowing me to speak on your platform. Yeah.
Yes, I appreciate you coming up here, and I appreciate you when you
Be
make
in the comment
comments.
sections heavy.
He said, "Yeah, pay now or pay later is a trip." Yeah, that is that is a trip.
All right,
Especially on everything, because
yeah, everything.
it's just like it's on everything. Like you trying to buy some vitamins, buy now, pay later. And it's just like, come on, you just buy vitamins or something. It's just too much. It's just too much now.
I'm gonna head
Mm.
out. I gotta catch these NBA games in the late night, so take it easy, Tasha.
All right, you have a good one. Thank you so much for joining. All right, y'all. I definitely appreciate all y'all coming in the chat and watching the video. Wally, I thank you for joining. Snuggles, Renee, I appreciate First Jen for coming up and chit chatting with us for a little bit before the billions. I thank him so much. Let's see. We got one more question before we go. Tubby G said, how many credit cards should you have? You know, I think that's a personal preference. I have 9, and I really had upwards of 12, but I'll close the credit card real quick. You know, I would say 1 to 2, but I would say even if you want to have 9, if you want to have 26, I think you can have however many credit cards that you want. But for me, I think it's how many credit cards can you have without paying interest? I think as long as you're not paying interest on those credit cards, that's the way to go. So I really appreciate that question. I think that's good. Let's see. Yeah, I really even appreciate Rod from Points Blank Travel coming in. Mr. Harkless, he had some really good questions. Miss Poolar coming in. I just really thank y'all so much for joining. And thank you. I really appreciate your support. We've been going for an hour and 30 minutes. And so I'm going to end the chat. But I hope that y'all have a great rest of the day. And I'll be posting some new videos soon. So make sure to like and subscribe to the channel and turn your notification bell on so that you'll be notified when new content drops. And thank y'all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And y'all have a good one. Until next time.